want to quickly bring in our panelists. Paige, I saw you shaking your head. What about what?
I think there's more to it than that. I think the family in Yemen still does have an argument, because there are two constitutional arguments that the Attorney General in Washington has raised that I think really limits government action more than it protects people. So while the family in Yemen may have a really hard time making a due process argument, we can still make an Establishment Clause argument, we can still make an equal protection argument, because those parts of the Constitution apply to everyone, and they limit government action.
No, they don't. They do not apply to foreign nationals who've never been in this country and have no rights under American law.
You cannot pass an unconstitutional law, you cannot sign an unconstitutional executive order if it simply incidentally affects someone who's outside of the United States. That still doesn't allow you to do something unconstitutional.
Nothing was passed here. A law was relied on, passed by Congress, that says the president uses words like any classification, and it speaks in terms of classifications to protect America in the sole discretion of the president. And in these national security arenas, and that's what this is not just immigration, it's also national security, the courts, not counting Judge Hobart, give massive deference to the president. I know that because I have been on the losing side suing the NSA over their violations of the Fourth Amendment here in this country. It is a massive level of deference. This judge did not accord the executive branch that deference. The violation of separation of powers here is by Judge Hobart. Tweets aside from the president. You may not like the president lashing his tongue out at judges, but I'm hearing a lot more people upset about that when the President of the United States did it in the State of the Union to the Supreme Court sitting in front of him. I'm, of course, referring to President Obama, and then doing it again the month before the ruling in Obamacare.
It's not the tweets, regardless of how much discretion the president has, and he does have a lot of discretion. Both Congress has given him that discretion, the Constitution has, but he cannot violate some other provision of the Constitution. He does not have that much discretion.